Happening now, Jamestown City Council unanimously reappoints Timothy Jackson as Police Chief and Director of Public Safety. And Langworthy statement on Colorado's Supreme Court decision to remove Trump from ballot. Plus, it's time for the newest WNY News Now movie review.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us at West New York News Now. I'm Lee Kane Jr. Those stories and more are coming up, but first, U.S. Attorney Trini E. Ross has confirmed the sentencing of a 29-year-old Jamestown, New York man to 36 months in prison for possession with intent to distribute over 500 grams of cocaine. The verdict was delivered by U.S. District Judge John L. Sinatra, Jr. Assistant U.S. Attorney Franz M. Wright, who handled the case, stated that on January 31, 2020, a Cattaraugus County Sheriff's deputy conducted a traffic stop on Eddie Ortiz's vehicle. As the deputy spoke with Ortiz, he detected the odor of marijuana emanating from the vehicle. A Cattaraugus County Canine unit was brought in and provided a positive alert to a wrapped white package located within the vehicle. The package contained approximately 1,000 grams of cocaine. The sentencing is the result of an investigation by the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office under the direction of Sheriff Timothy Whitcomb and the DEA. Well, in other news, U.S. Attorney Trini E. Ross announced that a 24-year-old Cincinnati, Ohio man was charged by criminal complaint with narcotics conspiracy, which carries a mandatory minimum penalty of 10 years in prison and a maximum of life. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joshua A. Violanti, who was handling the case, stated that according to the complaint, since April 2019, the DEA has investigated the drug trafficking activities, including heroin and fentanyl and methamphetamine, of Rocco Beardsley in the Jamestown, New York area. During the investigation, Justin Whitfield, 24, was identified as an associate and co-conspirator of Beardsley. The complaint states that Beardsley was utilizing a source of supply for methamphetamine in the Cincinnati area, and Whitfield was responsible for introducing Beardsley to the source. Whitfield utilized social media to conduct drug-related conversations and facilitate his drug trafficking activities. Whitfield made an initial appearance before U.S. Magistrate Judge Michael J. Romer and was detained. Co-defendant Rocco Beardsley is scheduled for trial on March 25, 2024. Well, in other news, U.S. Attorney Trini E. Ross announced that a 29-year-old Jamestown, New York man who was convicted of conspiring to possess with intent to distribute and distributing heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamine was sentenced to serve 24 months in prison by Senior U.S. District Judge William M. Scretny. Assistant U.S. Attorney Joshua A. Violanti, who handled the case, stated that during the conspiracy, Brendan Farver, 29, bought and sold heroin, fentanyl, and methamphetamine for profit and his own use, and brokered deals for other drug dealers in and around the Jamestown area. Farver utilized social media to conduct his drug trafficking activities. In May 2020, the Conowongo Township Police Department conducted undercover purchases of heroin from Farver on 2 different occasions. On July 31, 2020, Farver brought heroin and fentanyl to an associate identified as KT at the individual's residence in Jamestown. The two then injected the heroin and fentanyl. The following morning at approximately 11:27 a.m., the Jamestown Police Department responded to KT's residence for a reported overdose, where officers discovered KT deceased. Well, in other news, at approximately 2:14 a.m. on December 17, 2023, Cattaraugus County Sheriff's deputies initiated a traffic stop on Route 219, leading to the arrest of Andrea B. Austin. Subsequent investigation revealed Austin's alleged state of intoxication, prompting her arrest. Austin, 47, was promptly taken into custody and transported to the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office for processing. Following processing, Austin was transported to Ellicottville Town Court for a preliminary hearing. The accused was released on her own recognizance and issued an appearance ticket for further proceedings at the Town of Great Valley Court. As WNY News Now continues, Jamestown City Council unanimously reappoints Timothy Jackson as Police Chief and Director of Public Safety. And later, Langworthy's statement on Colorado's Supreme Court decision to remove Trump from ballot. Stay with us as WNY News Now. We'll be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
Move over. When you see signs,
Lights, vests,
please give us some room.
slow down. Slow down and move over.
When you need help,
It's our job
To help you.
to save you.
despite the danger.
this season.
This danger is real. Do your part.
Please.
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
Move over. Got some soup for you.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
In a unanimous decision on Monday night, the Jamestown City Council reappointed Chief Timothy Jackson as the Chief of Police and Director of Public Safety for the city, ensuring his tenure until December 31st, 2025.
Council members, in pursuance of the authority vested in me by the Charter of said city, I do hereby nominate Timothy Jackson, 16 Main Street, Jamestown, New York, 14701, to be reappointed Chief of Police, Director of Public Safety in and for the city of Jamestown, New York. The term for which said appointment is to be made will expire December 31st, 2025. Edward A. Sundquist.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the appointment?
Mr. President, I'll move that motion to
Thank you. Do I have a second? Second. Seconded by Councilman Sheldon. Will the clerk please poll the council on the appointment?
Councilmember Sheldon?
Aye.
Brackman?
Aye.
Karuba?
Aye.
Reynolds?
Yes.
Faulkner?
Aye.
Eklund? Aye. DeVersa?
Aye.
And President Bowles.
Aye. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like now to step forward to the oath of office. The clerk will administer the oath.
Please raise your right hand, Chief. Repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
as Chief of Police, Director of Public Safety
as Chief of Police, Director of Public Safety
for the City of Jamestown,
for the City of Jamestown,
Chautauqua County, New York,
Chautauqua County, New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Despite the council's endorsements, some citizens have expressed worries about perceived delays in police responses to 911 calls. This concern has amplified the anticipation surrounding the JPD's forthcoming strategies to address citizen issues and enhance responsiveness to emergency calls in the upcoming term. Taking his oath of office, Chief Jackson pledged to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, vowing to faithfully discharge his duties in his role as Chief of Police and Director of Public Safety for the City of Jamestown. Well, in other news, yesterday, Colorado Supreme Court made a controversial ruling barring former President Donald Trump from appearing on the state's 2024 presidential ballot. Representative Nick Lane worthy issued the following statement in reaction to Colorado's Supreme Court decision to block President Trump from appearing on the state's ballot. Today's unprecedented Colorado Supreme Court decision is pure partisan election interference. The abuse of our justice system to obstruct President Trump's widely supported re-election campaign is a blatant assault on the very foundations of our democracy, disenfranchising millions of voters in the process. This outrageous ruling cannot be allowed to stand, and we will not be silent. Well, in other news, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand addressed the nation through a video press conference to unveil the expansion of her Cyber Service Academy Scholarship Initiative embedded in the recently approved National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA. My Cyber Service Academy Scholarship addresses the dangerous shortage in cyber personnel in the public sector while also targeting the skyrocketing costs of higher education, said Senator Gillibrand. The program will help train a new generation of cyber professionals, now allowing them to graduate debt-free and provide them the opportunity to serve in the Department of Defense or the intelligence community after graduating. There are 20 eligible institutions in New York State alone, and I encourage all interested high schoolers to apply at gillibrand.senate.gov/cyberacademy on or before February 1st. Designed to counteract a pervasive shortage of cybersecurity personnel within the government, Senator Gillibrand's program aims to fortify the United States against potential cyber threats from foreign adversaries. Successful applicants will receive a comprehensive scholarship covering tuition, textbook fees, a stipend, laptop purchase, and more. In return, graduates commit to serving in cyber-related roles within the Department of Defense, the DoD, or the intelligence community, the IC. The revised program mandates the DoD to offer 1,000 scholarships by the 2025-2026 academic year, with a provision for up to 10% of graduates to serve in the IC. The scholarship encompasses expenses such as healthcare, conference travel, and room and board, with stipends ranging from $22,000 to $32,000 annually. Open to applicants from various institutions, the deadline for the next academic year is February 1st, 2024. Academy students commit to postgraduate service, serving 1 year for each year of scholarship, up to 5 years. Internships during breaks are also expected. This expanded initiative will be implemented at the University at Buffalo, the State University of New York, along with over 15 other colleges across New York State. Well, coming up next, it's time for the newest West New York News Now movie review. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Right here, baby. Look. Uma. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
Noah. Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. Let's take a look at some of those snowfall reports from Monday night into early Tuesday. Cattaraugus, 11.5 inches of snow was the highest reported I saw. Boston up in Erie County, 9 inches. Little Valley at 8 inches of snow. Casadega, 7.2. Here in the Jamestown area, 6 inches of snow. At the Jamestown Airport, Olean, 1.6 inches of snow as snowfall totals fell off the farther east you went. This was probably our best chance at seeing a white Christmas, but with temperatures gradually getting warmer over the next few days and not much, if any, snow in forecast over the next 5 days, it looks like we'll be having a green Christmas this year, which is a far cry from what we had last year with that Arctic cold and lake effect snow. In fact, temperatures from the NOAA Climate Prediction Center from December 25th through December 29th continues to favor well above average temperatures, not only across western New York and northwestern Pennsylvania, but across the entire northeast and Great Lakes region. We're looking at temperatures continuing to be about 60, 70, 80% above average. Temperatures on Christmas Day could make it into the lower 50s, and I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast in just a moment. But first, the almanac for today made it to a high of 26 degrees yesterday. Our low was 19, so it surely felt like and looked like winter out there yesterday. The records for today, 59, record high, set back in 1957, record low, -10. Set back in 1980. So here's your forecast for tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy skies across the region. Overnight lows range from the lower 20s across inland locations to near 30 at the immediate Lake Erie shoreline with calm winds overnight. Your forecast for your Thursday tomorrow, partly sunny skies after some early morning clouds. High temperatures tomorrow range from the mid to upper 30s with a northwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. The rest of that 7-day outlook powered by Ultimate Solutions. So Friday continues to be mainly dry, partly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. A weak system will drop through the region set Friday night into early Saturday. That might touch off an isolated rain or snow shower, but it will be isolated at best. The rest of the weekend looking mainly dry into Christmas Eve on Sunday. A mix of sun and clouds, temperatures in the lower 40s, and then as of now, Christmas Day is looking fairly dry. Partly sunny skies, temperatures will be in the upper 40s, if not a few lower 50s. And then we'll watch for a more impactful system that will be mainly rain into the region from Tuesday into the middle of next week, as temperatures will remain generally in the 40s.
Andrew, thank you. Well, in collaboration with the Lakewood Cinema 8 movie theater, it's time for the newest WNY News Now movie review. This week's review is on the newest Studio Ghibli film, The Boy and the Heron. The Boy and the Heron is a film that left me at a loss for words. I feel that no review that I write will do it justice. I don't even know where to start because every time I think of the film, there's something else I enjoyed about it. To start off, the narrative was fantastic, abundant in gravitas and emotional investment. The characters were all wonderful additions to the film, but by far, my favorite aspect of the film would have to be its visuals. The animation in this film was nothing short of beautiful, from the opening scene to the credits. This film took 7 years to produce, and it shows. And that's one of the things that I love about Ghibli films, is that there are few filmmakers, in my opinion, who possess a similar reverence for their films as a work of art as Hayao Miyazaki. And it doesn't just look beautiful, it feels alive. Every frame is filled with such a vibrancy that it's difficult to avoid immersing yourself in the film's environment. There are a million things that I could say about this movie. It's my favorite film of the year. If this is indeed Miyazaki's last film, he should be content in knowing that this is the legacy that he will leave behind. I also spoke to the manager of the Lakewood Cinema 8 to hear her thoughts on the film. Can you tell me, what did you think of The Boy and the Heron?
I thought it was a great story of understanding Verity.
Absolutely. And so, did you have anything that you liked in particular about the movie?
I really enjoyed the Easter egg for Howl's Moving Castle. You get like a little bit of Sophie in there. The character, Mahito, he is likable, enjoyable. He's seemingly shy, and you get to watch him kind of open up his entire personality throughout the film.
And visually, what did you think of it?
Beautiful. I mean, it's a Miyazaki film. That's to be expected.
Of course. I mean, what did you think of the cast?
I can't wrap my head around Robert Pattinson being the Heron.
I know, right?
That voice coming out of him doesn't... When I think about his face and the voice of that character, they don't even out for me.
I was so confused because I spent the entire movie thinking, okay, so who's voicing the Heron? Because, I mean, obviously Mark Hamill is, you know, the great-granduncle.
Yeah.
But I was like, Robert Pattinson.
Batista is also a character in there.
Yeah, like, you know, the parakeet.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that one I found right away. So, yeah, did you think that they did good overall, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty typical for a Miyazaki film to be a little bit ominous, a little bit beautiful, a little bit sad, and overall leave you with kind of like a happy feeling at the end. So I think we got all of that.
Just a very unique combination of all these different kinds of emotions.
Yes.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
I don't know. I feel like you should just come see it. Everything's better on the big screen.
So definitely recommend it then.
Yes.
If you like what you hear, make sure to check out The Boy and the Heron while it's still playing in theaters. It's available in both a subtitle format and an English dub. Well, coming up next, Governor Hochul signs landmark reparations legislation.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
If you want to speak truth to the masses, make it funny for the classes.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
Let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza. Yes.
Make a plan today.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Governor Kathy Hochul has solidified New York's commitment to racial equity by signing legislation S.1163-A/A.7691, establishing a commission to study reparations and racial justice. The move reflects the state's acknowledgement of the profound role slavery played in shaping its history. Prior to the American Revolution, New York City held more enslaved Africans than any city except Charleston, with 20% of the population enslaved and 40% of colonial households participating in slavery. Governor Hochul emphasizes the legislation's significance, urging New Yorkers to confront the state's historical complicity in benefiting from slavery.
Today I challenge all New Yorkers to be the patriots and rebuke and not excuse our role in benefiting from the institution of slavery. The lesson I learned at a young age was sometimes moving the ball down the field takes more time, but the goal is always worth pursuing. I'm sharing this because I want New Yorkers to know the small steps in my development. Many of us grew up in very homogeneous communities, all black, all brown, all Asian, all white. And sometimes it's just difficult to expand beyond that, to embrace differences and experiences so foreign to us, so different. Understanding each other takes work, and we rarely get it right all at once. But I say this, it's essential that we try.
The newly formed commission, comprised of 9 qualified members, will scrutinize the legacy of slavery, subsequent discrimination against people of African descent, and their enduring impacts. Governor Hochul encourages embracing differences, acknowledging that understanding each other takes work, and the pursuit of racial justice is a goal worth striving for. This legislation marks a critical step in addressing historical injustices and fostering a more inclusive future. Well, that's going to be it for us today. I'd like to thank you all for watching. News continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. You can download it today for free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We're also on Channel 716 on Roku and at channel716.com. Thank you for watching.